this. There's a gentleman here named Mr. Hinds, FAIL-Gerald Hinds, that keeps spreading falsities. I think he's just making simple mistakes. I think he's probably a really nice man, but he continues to spread false information. So if we look at the bottom of this document right here, you'll see that it is here, I'm reading it backwards, it is hereby ordered that the bail application for variation is granted. The bail order, look, number one, the applicant's passport is to be returned. Are you looking at this? Returned. This is today's date. No, that's not today's date, but this part is today's date. They also allowed me on my next appearance to show up virtually. So on January 14th, I don't have to come back to Trinidad. I can show up virtually. Now, that gets you a little bit caught up as to right now, this very moment. So I should be on an airplane because I got my passport in my hand. It's 4:17 on a Friday, but now we have a new problem. Because there is a deportation order against me, I am not allowed to leave the country, even though I have this passport. As of right now, I have to wait for a new hearing, which is next Friday, the 20th, with immigration. And at that point, I can ask to leave Trinidad and Tobago. That's where we're at. We're going to try to get a shortcut, and I'm going to try to email the immigration and say, look, please, I might even get on my knees and say, please, I have my passport now. Am I able to leave? But the response, it's the weekend now. I'm not going to get a response for a few days. So as of right now, I have my passport, but I'm still not allowed to leave. Now, my personal pet peeve, and you know what I find funny, for lack of a better term, it seems like every single person in my comment section on my videos has a law degree, because everybody has advice. I have people telling me, well, Chris, you should have just listened to me in the first place. So let's go over a few things that are really pissing me off, okay? Number one, I cannot leave Trinidad. Let me read something. Mr. FAIL-Gerald Hinds, for those that don't know, he is the head of national security here in the beautiful Trinidad and Tobago. He was interviewed 48 hours ago, and I want to read a quote, and then I just want to make small corrections for Mr. Hinds. Mr. Hinds, if you're watching this or any of your people are watching this, I'd love to welcome you to help create peace in your beautiful country. Let's use my platform. Let's talk together. I want to feature you. I featured Mr. G. What do we call him? Top G. Gary Griffith. I'll give you equal opportunity if you like. First thing that happened. Let me read the exact quote just to ensure that there's no misrepresentation of what Mr. Hinds said. This was an interview that he had in the media. So I'm reading from this. I'll read it exactly as it sits. It said, asked about Hughes' third arrest while at the Hyatt Regency in Port of Spain for a conference, Hinds said he does not arrest people, although he wished he could. So the first thing he said, he's not involved. He has no capability of arresting people, which, although might be factually true, like he's not the man that drove the vehicle, the SUV, up to the car, to the house and put the handcuffs around me. He didn't do that, but what he did is he started. This is my actual warrant and his signature right there. The Minister of National Security. That's my warrant. So it was him that had me arrested and put in the detention center. So when he said he had no involvement in the arrest, and although he wished he could, naughty, that's not factual. We would expect people of authority to remain honest all the time, because if you make a mistake, the media and in the public in general might paint a different picture of me. They might really believe you. Let's go on a little bit further. Okay, this is, again, the exact quote from Mr. Hinds. I'm advised that Chris List was charged for seditious activity some time ago. I am advised that he has returned recently to appear in court with respect to the matter, and I'm advised that having done so, he did not depart Trinidad and Tobago to his homeland, Canada, but decided to stay in Trinidad and Tobago and continued to make the videos of a nature that were complained of previously. And therefore, the police, operating in the protection of the people of Trinidad and Tobago, have acted in collaboration with the Immigration Division, and the law of Trinidad and Tobago are in operation in those regards, the National Security Minister said. Naughty, naughty, naughty. Okay, first, I did not choose to stay in Trinidad and Tobago instead of going home because, Mr. Hinds, you might have forgot, I just got my passport today. Look, today's date. Where's today's date? Somewhere here, it's got to be a stamp, today's date. What's today's date? Do we know? The 13th. Look at the stamp. Okay, so I got my passport today, Mr. Hinds. Look, today. Therefore, Mr. Hinds, I could not have left. Now, you said that I stayed to film videos. It's been 11 days since I filmed a video. I chose not to film videos during this because I didn't want to keep going to jail. Now, you also touched upon that I continue to film videos that were like not, well, the exact wording was like the same type of videos that got me in trouble. Look, Mr. Hinds, there's rules, there's opinions, and there's laws. There's no law in Trinidad that says I cannot go into a no-go zone and film. If there were a law, then I would understand that I'm breaking it. But I'm not breaking a law because that doesn't exist. So your personal opinion about my videos means nothing to me. I really don't care if you like my videos or not. Now, if I'm breaking a law, different. But I'm not. So, Mr. Hinds, not factual. None of that is factual. Now, for those, and I'm going to conclude very soon, for those people that said, Chris,